It was Mother's Day. It was for me a day of many emotions. I spent the day with my wife and children, and there was joy, laughter, and love. Later, I learned of the shooting in New Orleans, and I experienced great sadness and anger. In the evening, I received an email from a tiny, insignificant little man, and I experienced outrage. He is a pathetic coward who hides himself behind the anonymity of the internet. His message was a threat, totally and absolutely inappropriate and despicable. In the foolish and irrational mind of this man, he is holding me personally responsible for the shooting in New Orleans. He indicated that I am the evil that caused these things to happen, and that I am responsible for those people who were hurt in this soulless shooting. He further indicated that the time has come to take action against myself because of the great and horrible evil that he imagines me to be. What would motivate him to make such accusations? I don't have to wonder because he told me. I am a firearms instructor, a member of the NRA, and I am an aggressive defender of the right to keep and bear arms. His only desire was to shut my mouth. His only desire was to frighten and intimidate me into silence. Well, allow me to share my feelings about this. Like anyone else, I fear violence. I fear death. In a Shakespeare play, Caesar states, "Cowards die many times before their death, but the valiant never taste of death but once." While I fear death, there is another fear that haunts me more. That is the fear that I will back away, that I will shrink, that I will wither, that I will fail, that I will fall away, that I will crawl and cringe and cower when I know that someone needs to stand and do or say that which is right. I cannot, I will not be that person who hangs back and allows another to stand in my place. This email to me did not have the desired effect. Instead, it strengthened me. It strengthened my resolve, and it hardened my absolute commitment to stand for those essential things which I believe to be of value. Here and now, I am drawing a line in the sand from which I will not retreat. As forces combine to deprive us of our God-given rights, I will stand for freedom and for liberty. I will stand for the people's right to be and say what they believe is right and true. I will stand against those who abuse this right by choosing and defending dark and unnatural things. I will defend the guarantees of the Constitution of the United States, and most of all, I will defend the First and Second Amendments, because when we lose our voice and lose our defense, all else will be lost. I will not stand quietly by while these are threatened or sacrificed, even in the tiniest way. Because when we sacrifice a particle of our freedoms, we open the door for evil men to take another and another and another. Then the day will come when we will look around and be unable to find the freedoms that were once ours. While forces combine to demonize and criminalize those who serve God, I will stand as a firm witness and as a disciple of Jesus Christ. Because he is the author of freedom and liberty and joy and peace. I possess a strong devotion and reverence for him. I look around and I see his hand in everything. I am in awe. I am inspired. I am grateful beyond words. I will never, ever, under any circumstance, back away or refuse to share that message with everyone within the sound of my voice. This article is not only a response to a single coward. It is also for those who criminally feed the first coward's fears and paranoia. As a columnist, I only write those things that I can support. You may agree or disagree with my philosophies, but no one can question my integrity. I have been doing a slow burn about a column written by Michael H. O'Donnell, assistant managing editor of the Idaho State Journal. He wrote a very left-leaning article about the recent NRA convention in Texas. I support his right to speak his mind up to the point where he begins to blatantly lie. He wrote that the NRA is selling fear and the need to blow holes in people. I openly challenge this man to provide even one scrap of evidence in support of his claim. It is irresponsible and disreputable people like O'Donnell who feed the fears of people like the one who threatened me. As a manager and employee of the paper, I expected more. So, to these cowards, your time and effort was wasted because I don't care.